Hey, welcome. So, have you ever poured your heart and soul into building a beautiful website? You launch it, and then crickets? If you're wondering where all the visitors are, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to unlock the secret to getting found online with an amazing tool, the On Page SEO Analyzer.
It's a super frustrating feeling, right? You've got this fantastic design, you've written brilliant content, but your traffic report is, well, a little too quiet. It's a really common problem, but the good news is it's totally solvable.
The real challenge here is something I like to call the invisibility problem. See, in today's digital world, just having a website isn't enough. If search engines like Google can't find you and understand what you're about, you might as well be invisible. Mastering SEO is absolutely key to making sure you don't get lost in that massive online crowd.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. SEO seems massive. It seems complicated. But here's the secret. You just have to focus on what you can directly control. There's a whole area of search engine optimization that happens right on your own turf, inside your own website.
And that, my friends, is on-page SEO. To put it simply, it's everything you do on your own website to make it more attractive to search engines and climb those rankings. Think of it like getting your house ready for a party. You're making sure everything is in the right place, it's clearly labeled, and it's super easy for guests to find what they're looking for.
So let's break it down. You've got two different worlds in SEO. On the left, there's on-page SEO. That's your content, your code, your site structure. You are in the driver's seat for all of this. Then you've got off-page SEO, which is all the external stuff, like getting links from other websites. That's way harder to influence. So today, we're focusing on the left side of this chart, the part where you hold all the power.
At the end of the day, your goal with on-page SEO is really simple. You want to be a helpful, trusted guide for search engines. You're basically sending a clear signal to Google that says, hey, this page is about this specific topic, it's really high quality, and it perfectly answers a user's question. When you do that well, they reward you with better rankings. It's that simple.
Okay, so how do you do all of this without spending years becoming an SEO guru? Well, this is where your secret weapon comes into play, the On-Page SEO Analyzer.
Basically, an on-page SEO analyzer is like a doctor's checkup for your website. It's a tool that scans your web page, checks out all those important SEO factors, and then gives you this crystal clear report on its health, pinpointing exactly where you need to make improvements.
And this analysis is incredibly detailed. It goes way beyond just checking your keywords. It looks at things like page speed, because let's be honest, nobody waits for a slow website to load. It even dives into the technical stuff, like canonical tags, which is just a fancy way of telling Google, hey, of all these similar pages, this is the master copy. It really leaves no stone unturned.
And the best part, all that technical analysis translates into some amazing benefits for you. Sure, you get improved rankings, but maybe the most valuable thing is that you get a clear path forward. The tool just gets rid of all the guesswork and hands you an actionable roadmap to follow.
And actionable is the key word here. Now, you might be thinking this all sounds pretty technical, but I promise it's designed to be incredibly simple to use. Let's just walk through how easy it really is.
The whole process is really just a simple 6-step loop. First, you pop in your URL and the main keyword you're targeting. You run the analysis, and then you check out the report. After that, you just go down the list and implement the suggestions. And the best part? You can reanalyze it to see your score improve. It's a really satisfying cycle of test, fix, and repeat.
All right, so now that you know how the tool works, let's arm you with a few pro tips to make sure you're getting the absolute best results from all your hard work. First up, and this one is huge, focus on user intent. Don't just target a keyword like running shoes. You have to ask why someone is searching for that. Are they looking for the best running shoes for a marathon, or maybe cheap running shoes for beginners? Your content needs to be the best, most complete answer to that specific underlying question.
Next, think of your page title and meta description as your digital storefront on Google. It's not enough to just stick your keyword in there. You have to write a headline that's so compelling it makes someone want to click. This is not about keyword stuffing, just jamming the keyword in over and over. It's about making a promise to the user that you have the best answer they're looking for.
Let's be real. Nobody wants to read a giant wall of text. It's intimidating. So use header tags like H1 for your main title, H2s for main sections, and H3s for subsections to break it up. This doesn't just make it easier for people to read, it also gives search engines a nice, clean outline of your content so they can understand what's most important.
In today's world, we all have zero patience online.
Page speed is everything. A delay of even 1 or 2 seconds can make people give up and leave your site. And you can make a huge difference with simple fixes, like using a free online tool to compress your images before you upload them. It can dramatically improve your load time and, as a result, your ranking.
This one is a double win. As you create content, make sure you're linking to other relevant pages on your own site. This does 2 awesome things. First, it keeps visitors on your site longer, guiding them to more of your great content. And second, it helps search engines discover your other pages and understand how they're all connected, which builds your authority.
And finally, remember that SEO is not a set it and forget it kind of thing. Every so often, go back and look at your best performing articles. Can you add some new data, update old statistics, maybe fix a few broken links? This sends a powerful signal to search engines that your site is active, up to date, and still the most relevant source of information.
You know, this quote really says it all. If you are serious, I mean really serious, about getting your website seen by the right people, then a tool like this isn't just a nice to have, it's an absolutely indispensable part of your strategy.
So if there's one thing I want you to walk away with today, it's this. You are not powerless here. You don't have to sit back and just hope people stumble across your website. You have the tools and you have the control to actively improve your visibility and get found.
Which leaves us with one final and pretty critical question. Right now, at this very moment, your ideal audience is out there searching for the exact information, products, or services that you offer. The only question is, will they find you?